Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second episode of MMA Monster Manual Arts. A couple things of housekeeping since the last episode because I made some mistakes. The first mistake I made was that apparently when you roll critical damage here in the chat here, it actually calculates the initial damage and the critical damage and adds the modifier. The reason I caught this is because I thought it was adding the modifier to the critical damage. And then when I looked closer at it, I noticed that it was doing, both of them at once. So the way I was doing it in the first episode was wrong. I was essentially doing triple damage because it was the initial damage and then the initial damage plus the crit damage. So that's not how it's supposed to work. So that's on me. That said, I think things kind of balance out. I think it's still going to be the kind of encounter that you want because the crits worked for the enemies onto the players too, and as we all know, Neville DiPaolo had a hard time of it last time. But now we know, so now we can do it right. I was also forgetting things like Trigva the Thunderer. He has a racial ability where whenever he takes damage from an attack, he can do a retaliatory thunder damage, I believe it is. So, I wasn't doing that. So I think all things considered, I don't think the outcomes would have changed. I think that hard difficulty encounter was still hard. Here's the thing: is even if the players lost, that could still be a hard encounter. A hard encounter could be that your characters die. That's all there is to it, especially if things go very badly. But until then, we are here at level 2, and as with last time, I have created 3 different encounters: easy, medium, and hard. And we're going to see how these things kind of shape up in terms of gameplay. So this is the easy one here. We're sending them against 2 Ogrelon Ogres. There are 2 types of Ogres in the Monster Manual. There's a regular Ogre, which is a little stronger, and then you have an Ogrelon Ogre, which is a little weaker. The difference being that Ogrelon Ogres are essentially humanoid beings transformed into ogres through magic. So I guess they're changing up the lore a little bit, which I think is interesting. I think it's interesting. Like if you just become this boorish brute of a person, the gods might curse you and turn you into an Ogrelon. But until then, we're going to go ahead and start rolling some initiative. Okay, so that's our initiative there. We have Neville DiPaolo going first, followed by Niha, Iran Aranith, Trigva the Thunderer, and then our 2 Ogrelons. And of course, I have leveled up all of our characters to level 2. So we're going to go ahead and start this encounter. Neville DiPaolo is going to run up, and these are large creatures, so they take up 3 spaces. Unfortunately, tokens don't always work as they should because I'm using hexes. So this Ogrelon here is occupying these 3 hexes, and this Ogrelon here is occupying these 3 hexes. So he's going to go up, and he's, of course, going to do his... he didn't get much in terms of actual benefits. He now has his bonus action dash, though. So he's going to start with a short sword. Okay, 17, that's going to hit. So we're going to roll the damage for that. 4, and then of course he's going to vex it to give advantage on his next attack with the dagger, so he'll attack with the dagger. That's 8, that is not going to hit. Because these guys are pretty decently beefy. They have an AC of 12. So this ogre here is going to go ahead and take 4 piercing damage. It does not have any sort of resistances, but they are beefy, so he's down to 48. Okay, next, Niha. What does Niha have? She's mostly a healer, but yeah, let's go ahead. You know what? She's going to go ahead and Guiding Bolt that ogre that Neville just attacked, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Oh yeah, we want our first spell slot. 23, okay, that's going to hit, so let's do 4d6 radiant damage, that's 10. And now the next attack against this guy has advantage, so he's down to 38. Alright, now Iran Araneth is going to move there, and she's going to go ahead and... I did give her Magic Missile for her next spell, but let's go ahead... We're going to do just a Sorcerer's Burst against that ogre. It's 22, and I guess I could have given that advantage, but it's going to hit anyway, so 22 is going to work. Let's do 1d8. We'll just do fire damage, so that's going to be 7. So that's down to 31 right there. And then, of course, Trigva is going to go, and actually, no, he's going to go up to this one here, and he's going to start whacking that one, because he's beefy. He can handle the thing on its own. So he's going to attack. 14 is going to hit. We'll roll that damage. That's going to be a 9. Alright, next up the ogres. So the ogres basically have 2 actions. They have a battle axe and a javelin. They're not going to bother with the javelin because a lot of their targets are going to be close up. So he's going to attack Neville. 17. I'm pretty sure that's going to hit Neville's AC. I gotta remember their ACs. Yeah, armor class 14, so that's going to hit Neville. Roll the damage for that. Neville takes 7 damage. Ooh, that's almost half his health. Alright. And then this next one is going to go ahead and attack Trigva. 9 is not going to hit Trigva, I know that much. Alright, back to Neville Deep Hollow. He doesn't have too much on him, but he's going to go ahead and do his very typical, okay, 15, that's going to hit, and then we'll do the damage on that. So that's 4, advantage on this one. Oh, I should have given him advantage on the last one. Okay, well, 15's going to hit. I'm trying to remember, what's Nick again? Oh yeah, because it's part of the same action. Okay, so we're going to roll that damage. So that's 4 and 4, so that's another 8 damage on that Oberlon. See, so that's going to be 23. Okay. Niha actually now has Healing Word, which is a ranged thing. She's going to go ahead and she's going to lay that on Neville because she's going to want to keep him up. Yep, so she's got 1 spell slot left. Okay, so that's 7 healing for Neville. And actually, that's going to bring him all the way back up. Okay. Aren, she's going to go ahead, and she's actually going to do Magic Missile. She's going to do Magic Missile on that 1 damage ogre, and she gets 3 of them. I just did the damage for each one, so we'll just roll 3 times, because it's guaranteed hit. So, 2, 5, and 5, so that's 12 damage against that ogre. So 12, that's going to be 11. Yes, I can math. Math, my mortal enemy. Okay, Trigva. I think Trigva's going to keep whacking away at that 1 ogre. So Greatsword take 8, that's not going to do it. But with Graze, he's going to be able to still do 1 damage. So he's going to graze it. So it's down to 42. Okay. First Oberlon Ogre is going to go ahead and take a swipe at Neville. 14, that's going to hit because it meets the AC. And the damage for that is going to be 9. Neville, you got to get out of there, buddy. Oh, wrong button. So that's going to go down to 4. Oh, no, it's going to go down to 6. I can't has math. I do not have the dumb. Battle Axe on Trigva, 7, not going to hit. This is probably the dumber ogre right here. Okay, so Neville Deep. Okay, how damage is this thing? This thing is more than officially bloodied. 11. He is actually going to bonus action disengage so that he is not in range of that ogre anymore. And then he's actually going to go ahead and use his short bow attack. 20, that's going to hit. Dirty 20. 1d6 plus 3 is a 4. So this ogre is down to 7. Next, Niha. Let's see here. let's go ahead. Oh, you know what? I'm overlooking something. I'm looking at all of her attacks. She's gonna go ahead. Oh, range of 30. You know what? She's gonna go ahead and do a poison spray. Because that's a cantrip. 10, that's not gonna hit. Okay. Aren, go ahead and do yours. We're gonna do another Sorcerer's Burst. 11, that's not gonna hit. Ooh. Okay, well, I forgot to use it, but she does have her innate sorcery. But I'm going to go by the rules as I forgot to do it. But she's going to go ahead and use it as a bonus action now. So her next attacks will have advantage, I believe. Let's see here. As a bonus action, okay, so for 1 minute, spell save DC is increased by 1 and advantage on attacks of sorcerer spells. So that'll be for next turn. Trigva, however, is not going to be a dummy. He's going to go ahead and try and sword that damage to over 15. That's going to hit 5, and I think that's that ogre dead. Oh no, just barely at 2. Okay. So now these ogres are both going to turn, and they're going to both attack Trigva. So 13's not going to hit. 8's not going to hit. Trigva is beefy. His armor makes him very tough. Neville Deep Hollow is going to take another short bow attack on the damaged one. 19, that's going to hit, I'm pretty sure. Yep, that's it. So this ogre is dead. Alright. Niha is going to go ahead and poison spray the other one. 19, that's going to hit. So that's going to be 11 poison damage. Now show me more. No, show me the details. Okay, so it's just poison damage. I wasn't sure if it dealt actual poison or the poison effect, but 10 damage is 10 damage. He's down to 32. Then we have... Oh, hold on a second. Oh, I guess because I deleted the... Oh, or did I exit out? Hold on. I'm a dum-dum. No, that's not what I want. Alright. So Niha hit with that. Aren is gonna... You know what? Aren's gonna go ahead and hit with another magic missile. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 5, 5, and 5, so that's 15 damage. The fact that magic missile does not need to have an attack roll is awesome. So that's going to bring it down to 17. Like, seriously, magic missile, worth it every time. Trigva, you're going to swing with the greatsword again. 15, that's going to hit. Another 10 damage against the ogre. So we can pretty much see where this is going right now. Like this ogre does not stand a chance. Even if he manages to down Trigva in this next attack, which he can. Oh, 16, that might actually hit. What's Trigva again? No, he just can't get past Trigva's defenses. Okay, Neville gonna go ahead with the short bow again. 13, okay, that's gonna hit. And then 5 damage. So this guy is on his last legs here. Yeah, so this definitely qualifies as another easy... Oh, fumble. Okay, that's not gonna do, Niha. Okay, Aren's gonna go ahead and do a Sorcerer's Burst. 20, that's gonna hit, and then... Yep. So this ogre is down. So once again, the easy encounter does prove to, in fact, be easy, which is good. That's where we want this. We want this to, have a nice, easy encounter, and that's what it did. Mission accomplished. The other thing I did is I didn't add it to their inventory because that was just going to be more work. But what I did do is I went ahead and basically the way I'm doing it is, so if you'll recall last time, Niha I thought she had her healer's kit. She did not. I'm going to treat all tool proficiencies as if they have the tools on them, because that's something that players could easily just buy for not much gold. Uh, Not many tools have a combat application. The healer's kit does, so I'm just going to allow Niha to have the healer's kit. And if you'll pardon me, I will set up the next encounter. Okay, so here we are in our medium encounter. I did something a little different for this particular one, and I actually rolled a stealth check for our three creatures here that they're going to fight, mostly to see if our characters would be surprised. Unfortunately, they did not roll high in their stealth, at least not collectively, so the character's passive perception was enough to notice them, so they are not going to be surprised. The other thing I did, and I should mention this for all my encounters going forward, is the way I'm making these encounters is I'm trying to have the strongest creatures possible. So in this case, there's nothing that really added up to the amount that I wanted to, like just on its own. So I basically did the strongest creature I could, followed by the next strongest creature I could, and if that still didn't work, and then I'd add another smaller one to add it. So here we have a Gnoll Pack Lord, a Gnoll Warrior, and a Dretch. And I got the initiative all settled up. These guys here, I'm going to say they're behind this fence, so they are going to have half cover. So they are going to have +2 to their ACs, at least while they're there. Alright, so Neville Deep Hollow is going to go ahead, and he's actually going to be smart here. He's going to go ahead and go there, and he's going to make a short bow attack against the Gnoll Warrior. 6 is not going to cut it, especially with that +2 AC. So the Gnoll Pack Lord, he has a really interesting set because he can also incite Rampage. Let's see here. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and try and Bone Javelin Trigva. 23, that is going to hit. Trigva takes 9 damage. Alright, Trigva's not going to stand for that, though. He's going to go ahead, move forward, and he's going to try and Great Axe that, Great Sword that Pack Lord. 15, and because I'm going to say because he's standing on the fence at least, he's not going to get that +2 AC. So he's going to roll the damage. 12. That Pack Lord takes 12 damage. Alright, next. Eren Erenith. She's going to go ahead. She's actually going to move forward here. And she's going to go ahead and Burning Hands. Alright, so that's a Dex 13. Let's go ahead. I'm going to say that the Pack Lord does not have cover, because let's go ahead and get our geometry tools out. Oh, yeah, we want a cone, 45 degrees, rounded. Yeah, I'm gonna say, oof. Actually, can I? Oh, but that would get Trigva. Okay, yeah, she's just gonna Burning Hands him, and he's just not gonna get the AC. So he needs to make a Dexterity save. 7, that's not gonna cut it for him. So the damage is going to be 3d6 fire. That's 13 on the Gnoll Pack Lord. It's going to be 24. Alright. Next is going to be the Dredge. The Dredge is going to climb over the wall here and attack Aran Araneth. It just has a... Oh, actually... 10-foot emanation. Hold on a second here. What's its move speed? Move speed is 20, so 5, we know it's here, 5, 10, yeah, you know what, 15, 20, he's going to go there, and the Dredge is going to use its Fetid Cloud. Con saving throw DC 11, each creature in a 10-foot emanation originating from the Dredge. On failure, the target has the poison condition until the end of its next turn. While poisoned, the creature can either take an action or a bonus action on its turn, not both, and it can't take reactions. So we're going to go ahead and have it do that. So it's a Con 11 save, which Triglavish should probably be fine, but not with 5. God, that's a nat 1. Okay, so he's now poisoned until the end of his next turn. Araneth is fine. Okay. So he can't take reactions. He has disadvantage on attack rolls, and I believe attack rolls against him have advantage. Hold on a second. I gotta remember my status conditions. Let's see. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Okay, so he just has disadvantage. That's not going to matter until the end of his next turn. Okay, Null Warrior. That Null Warrior is going to go ahead and take a swipe, a rend at Trigva. 20, that's going to do it. Trigva, buddy. Oh, but only 2 damage. Okay, Trigva can take that. Okay. Next, Niha, and Niha is going to kind of move forward here a little bit, and she is going to go ahead and use, I want to be in combat, she's going to go ahead and use Healing Word on Trigva with a level 1 spell. So that's 6 damage healed. Let's see, does she have any bonus actions? No bonus actions. Okay, so Trigva is just going to recuperate 6 damage, which he will take. Okay, back to the top. Neville Deephollow. Neville is going to go ahead and short bow that Dredge. And because he has an ally within range of it, he's going to go ahead and have his sneak attack bonus. Oh, I forgot to give him the sneak attack bonus last time. Okay, see, this is why, like, I mean, you're going to forget to do stuff. So, 13 is definitely going to hit that Dredge. What is his sneak attack bonus again? 1d6. So I'm just going to roll. So it's going to be 13, and 4 is 17. I think that's everything for the Dredge. Oh no! Survives with 1 hit point. Okay. Null Pack Lord. Let's see. Oh, Trigva's not bloodied anymore. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and do another Bone Whip attack. That's going to hit, and that's going to be 11 slashing damage. Ooh, Trigva, buddy, you got to start doing better. Yeah, so it's going to be down to 4. Alright. And unfortunately, Trigva wasn't bloody, so he can't use his Rampage. Can Packlord do anything else? Oh no, Incite Rampage is an action. Okay. Alright, so next is going to be Trigva. Trigva is not that happy right now, so come on. Oh, but he has disadvantage because he's already not going to hit because he rolled the 9, but he has disadvantage. But he's no longer poisoned, so he has that going for him. Dredge. Oh, you know what? Hold on, because I think her heal is a bonus action, isn't it? Oh no, it's an action. Okay, so here's what she's going to do. She's going to move here so that she's not in the way of, she's not moving out of the Dredge's range. She is going to use her healing hands on Trigva for 6 damage. Okay, so Trigva's still up there. And does she even have any bonus actions? It would be very nice if she could have... Oh, it's the wrong one. Any bonus actions? She does have her innate sorcery. Yeah, she's going to activate her innate sorcery, because we're not going to forget that again. Okay. Dretch. Dretch is going to go ahead. The Fetid Cloud is only 1 per day, so he's just going to render in. And 5 is not going to hit. Dretches are pretty much fodder. Okay, no warrior is going to go ahead. Ooh, wait. Is Trigva bloodied anymore? Oh, he's at half health, so he is bloodied. So let's see here. So it's going to do a rend. 23, that's going to hit. That's 5 damage. And then, because it did damage to a bloody creature, it can now do its 1 per day rampage. It's not going to move its speed, but it's going to make another rend attack against Trigva. Oh, and it's a critical. Oh, Trigva, buddy, you were having such a bad time. 13, so Trigva is down. Alright, so next turn, Trigva's going to start, he's going to start making those saving throws. So that's a no warrior. Niha. What's Niha going to do? I think Niha's going to have to move forward and use her touch healing, just because that's going to be a little more healing done. Yep, first level spell. 17, and I believe she did another spell earlier. Yeah, she did a heal. Yeah, she did 3 healing word earlier. Okay, so with 17, Trigva is now back up to full. So stabilize, or at least as full as you can get. Okay, and does Niha have a bonus action at all? That's an action. Okay, she does not have any bonus actions, so that was her. Neville's going to get brave. Bonus action dash. That's 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, he doesn't even have the bonus action dash. So he's going to go there, and he's going to get up close and personal. So, oh, wrong section. Combat. Short sword. 19, that's going to hit. And then you know what? He is going to do the Vex on the short sword. So any damage is going to kill this Dretch. Okay. So, bonus action dash basically allows him to double his movement speed, because that's what dashing is. Cancel, come on. Okay, so Dretch is done. So he can move another 30 feet, and he's already attacked. Oh, but he probably can't, because it's going to be part of the same action. Okay, well, he's still going to get up close and personal with this Pack Lord here. Okay, so next, Null Pack Lord. He is furious at Trigva, so he's going to do a Bone Whip. Critical. Oh, Trigva, buddy, you just... Okay, so that's 15 damage. I think that's everything Trigva had, right? Oh no, he's down to 2 damage. Okay, so that's... Trigva's down to 2 damage. Hopefully he can actually hit with something. 24, that's going to hit. Roll that damage. 8 damage with the Great Sword. So 8, that's going to bring it down to 18. Okay, next. Erana, what's she going to do? I think her Healing Hands is only number of D4s equal to your proficiency bonus. Oh, well, I guess that... Yeah, that's not going to help her. Oh, God, what does she have? You know what? She's going to move here. Then we are going to do another Burning Hands. Cone, snap to center, 45 degrees. Yep, there we go. She's going to hit both of them. And that is going to be a dex save, right? A dex save of 13. They do not have that, wall giving them advantage. So, Null Pack Lord's going to take that damage. Null Warrior's also going to take that damage. Okay, so how much is the damage? Roll 3d6. 10 damage on each of them. That's going to bring him down to 8. Oh, and got the Null Warriors actually having a better time of things right now. Alright, so now the Dretch is gone. Null Warrior is going to go ahead and take another swipe at Trigva. Trigva's not bloodied anymore, is he? Oh no, he is bloodied. Oh geez, okay. Null Warrior gonna rend again. 8 is not gonna hit. Okay. Niha is gonna use her last spell slot for another Cure Wounds. 15. Trigva's just barely hanging in there. Okay. Neville's gonna go ahead and short sword. 16, that's gonna hit. Damage. 5. Dagger. It has advantage though because of Vex. 13. I don't think 13 is gonna hit. What's the AC on the Pack Lord again? AC's 50. No, it's not gonna hit. But that's okay because we still have that short sword damage, which is 5. Okay. Dragva, come on. Finishing blow. 15, I think that's just going to make it, right? 15, that is going to make it. So damage, 10. That Pack Lord is gone. How you want to do this? He's just going to bisect that thing. Trigva's, honestly, if Trigva was a barbarian and he wasn't raging before, he's certainly going to be raging now. So Eren, I believe she used all of her spell slots. So we're going to go ahead and, yeah, because she did Burning Hands twice and a Magic Missile. So she's going to go ahead and just do a Sorcerer's Burst. 18, that's going to hit. Roll that damage. It's going to be 8, we're just going to call it fire damage. So that's going to bring it to 9. Alright. Null Warrior is going to attack Trigva again. 19, that's going to hit. 4 damage. But Trigva's pretty beefy right now. Alright, next up, Niha. What's Niha going to do? Niha's going to move this way. And I think she's going to go ahead and use her Sacred Flame. Actually, no, she's going to use her Poison Spray. The reason I don't like Sacred Flame just because it's a save. Saves are just kind of a pain. Okay, so that's going to be 5 poison damage. Alright. Back to Neville. He's just going to move up. I have a feeling this is going to be the end here. Okay, 7's not going to hit. And because he didn't hit, he can't Vex. So he is technically there. Null Pack Lord is gone. Trigva is going to do another swing. 22, that's going to hit. Damage. 10. That is the end of the Null Warrior. So yeah, there we go. That one was a little harder, I think, for a medium encounter. But I think it did do what we wanted it to do. Yeah, it was a little bit harder, not great, but at the same time, it was just interesting enough to. I'd say that it might have even been a little more on the harder side, but I think that was just because of the way the dice rolls ended up. Alright, so I'll reset these guys, and we will See what the next encounter brings. Okay, so this is going to be our hard encounter here. For this one, I did an owlbear because that is just a classic D&D character. And once again, it didn't quite get up to the challenge rating that it needed to be. So for fun, I added a troll limb in here. So I imagine these guys are just kind of walking down the road, and they come across an owlbear eating a troll limb, and we're going to go ahead and have it kind of take on a life of its own. Rolled the initiative already, so Neville is actually going to be smart. He's going to go here, and he's going to stay back and try and hit it with his short bow. Fumble. No, he's not going to hit that. Trigva the Thunder. He doesn't care about the limb, but he's going to go and he's going to challenge that owlbear because also, I just realized in the last encounter, I completely forgot to do the reactions for Trigva again. So that's just going to be something. Oh, 13. He actually made that hit. So let's roll that damage. 10 greatsword damage on that owlbear. So we're down to 49 there. Next, Iran Arena. I would think that Iran, being a sorcerer, probably recognizes what that troll limb is. So she is going to go ahead and do a fire sorcerer's burst on that. 21, I'm 99% sure that's going to hit. 5 damage. Because the interesting thing about the troll limb is that at the beginning of its turn, if it has not taken fire or acid damage, it actually regains health. Okay. Niha, what's Niha going to do? I think she's going to go ahead and do... She's going to go ahead and Guiding Bolt. Actually, you know what? Yeah, she's going to Guiding Bolt that owlbear. Level 1 spellcast. Guiding Bolt 22, that's going to hit. The next attack against it has advantage. So that's 14 damage again versus the owlbear. Oh, I totally skipped the owlbear because I'm dumb. The owlbear really doesn't have much going on for it except for its rend attack against 18, that's going to hit. 19 damage. Oh my god, that thing just took out Trigva hard, I think. Oh yeah, oh geez, that was like all of his damage. Okay. Niha already went because we skipped the owlbear. That troll limb is going to start crawling forward because it's mostly blind. Gonna attack. 18, that's going to hit. Oh, Trigva goes down. Trigva is down again. Oh, Trigva, buddy. Poor guy. Okay. Neville DiPaolo. Oh. He's going to go in and he is going to try and take out that troll limb that just took out his buddy. So, again, short sword, attack, 23. So that's going to do damage. Next attack has advantage. 11, I'm pretty sure that's going to hit. Oh no, it's not going to hit. Well, thankfully it has advantage. So he's just going to go ahead and attack again. Which is not how that actually technically works, but for our purposes here. Okay, so we got 6, and we got 6. So that's 12 damage, and because he had advantage, he's going to do another d6 of sneak attack. Guess I did not hit that D bone. Come on! Come on, keyboard, just work with me here. 1d6. 5. So that's 12, and 7 and 5 is 17. So that's all its hit points, but it's not technically dead yet, because if it doesn't take fire damage, then it's going to go ahead and regenerate next turn. So the owlbear is now going to move forward, and he's going to swipe at Neville. 15, I know it's going to hit Neville. 12. Oh, Neville, where are you at here? Oh, not a lot anymore. Okay. So there we go. So that's Neville taking hit. And she's gonna go forward and she's gonna use her healing hands again. Oh, actually, no, she doesn't want to do that because if she does that, then that troll limb is going to regenerate. Okay, she's going to sorcerer's burst the troll limb. 18, that's going to hit, so any damage is going to prevent it from being regenerating, so this thing is now officially gone. But now Niha definitely has to start healing people. Alright, so cure wounds on... Okay, so that's 13 for trick. Oh, and you know what? Okay, we're going to retroactively give this thing some thunder damage. So 13 for Trikva. Okay, and let's see, because he has his reaction. Storm's Thunder, so 1d8 thunder damage. So okay, that was for the first attack against him that almost took him out. Not that it's going to matter much. Okay, so Neville. Oh, jeez, Neville, what are you going to do, buddy? Okay, yeah, he's just going to go with his classic combo. Short sword, 16. Is that going to hit the owlbear? Yep, that is going to hit the owlbear. And then that means he can follow up with his dagger in the same turn. 14, that's also going to hit, so we're going to... Oh, okay, I rolled the wrong... It's the same attack bonus, so it doesn't matter. So, damage from the sword, damage from the dagger, and then another 1d6. So 3, 8 is 11, and 6, that's 17 damage versus the owlbear. Oh, not what I wanted. So 17, so that's going to be 24, so that's going to bring it down to 17. Alright, that owlbear is still not very happy with Neville, so it is going to swipe at Neville again. 19, that is going to hit. 19, and Neville is down. Alright. Eren... What's the owlbear at again? The owlbear is bloodied, so that's 17. You know what? She's going to move here, and she's going to go ahead and do a Burning Hands. That's a Dex 13 save for the owlbear. The owlbear made... Oh wait, no, she used her innate sorcery. Oh, well, the owlbear still made it either way. Okay, so that didn't go the way planned. She is definitely going to move forward, and she is definitely going to cure wounds on Neville, and that is her last spell slot. 16. So Neville should be back up now. Oh yeah, Neville is back up to full health. Alright, back to Neville. You know what, he's just going to keep on swinging. Fumble on that, okay. Attack. Dagger. Oh, wait, no, because he has to hit. Well, he can still use his bonus action for the dagger, so that's 4 damage. It's down to 13. Okay. I believe Eren has one last spell slot, so she is going to go ahead and she's going to magic missile this thing. So 1, 2, 3. So 6, 7, 8. And that is the power of magic missile. Why do I keep doing that? So 8, that brings it down to 5. And then Niha. You know, she's going to go ahead and do her, she's going to go ahead and do her, whatchamacallit, Sacred Flame. Let's see here, what's the info on that? So, Dexterity save or 1d8. And what's her spell save? So, 13. The owlbear has to make a 13 or take 1d8. 19. It made that save. I should have gone. See, this is why I don't like the save spells, because a lot of the creatures just have decent stats. Okay, so Neville once again, short sword attack. 22, that's gonna hit. 4, I believe that's most of it. Oh yeah, that's most of it. Hold on. Gotta follow up with the dagger. Same attack. 12, that is not gonna hit. Oh, but it has advantage though because of Vex. Okay, so hold on a second. See, a lot of moving parts here. So 14, that is gonna hit. 4. Okay, Owlbear is officially dead. All right, so that is our hard encounter. And you know, this is where it gets kind of tricky, because I feel like that hard one was easier than the medium one. But I feel like the reason the hard one was easier than the medium one, I think, is because one, the medium had more creatures and attacking our players. They had 3, 2, the 2 here, but 1 here was really kind of just fodder. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, so there's that action economy going on where the gnolls are making more attacks. And just by virtue of that, the dice really seemed to not favor the players in that last one. The gnolls were, getting some hits in. The players were missing quite a bit. And then also, I'm human, so I forget to do things like Trigva's reaction for thunder damage. Things like that. I forgot to do like Neville's sneak attack damage a couple times, even when it applied. Again, this is something to where when you're playing at a table, it's a little more controlled, because the only person who has to remember to do their sneak attack damage is the rogue. The only one who has to remember to do the thunder reaction is, the warrior. So it's one of those things where, like, right now, I'm trying to wear a lot of hats, and so I'm forgetting. At the same time, though, I think the party composition's working out well. The fact that Erenith is an Aasimar has actually helped out quite a bit, mostly because of the fact that she has her healing hands. At the same time, Niha, I feel... Here's the thing. It's like, it's good to have a cleric that can heal. But at the same time, I feel the way these encounters are going, Niha is focusing so much on healing that she doesn't get to do much else. And when you're a cleric, that's not always what you want, because there's a big difference between a life cleric and a war cleric, and we're going to see that in the next episode, because these guys are going to level up. They're going to get their subclasses, and they're presumably all going to be able to start doing different things. And like I said, I'm going to choose the subclasses at random. So it might be it would suck as a player if you're like, oh, I want to be a war cleric, and then you still end up healing quite a bit. At the same time, though, this is still low level. These characters, our 2 casters still only have 3 spell slots each, and that's not a lot. Like, yeah, they have their cantrips, but when you want those really big spells, the Guiding Bolt, the Magic Missile, you have to start making those tactical decisions. Sure, Niha could have done another Guiding Bolt, but at that point, getting Trigva and Neville back up against an Owlbear took priority. So overall, I'm still satisfied. Like I said, I'm trying to focus on having as few creatures as possible on the opposing side, and that's a little trickier when your XP budget is a little odd, because I think the hard encounter today was like an 800 XP budget, and the Owlbear was 700 XP, if I recall. And so I'm like, okay, so I need something that's just like 100 XP and it will troll in, which isn't really a big issue. Maybe I should have gone with a different creature, but at the same time, I'm also trying to keep the theme of these together, so it's like, okay, well, it's not like you're going to have like a Hobgoblin Warrior with an Owlbear, typically. So I thought of the idea of like the Owlbear munching on a troll limb that was still kind of alive, and I thought that was fun. But yeah, I'm still very satisfied, because the hard encounter was still difficult. I think, if anything, I think the medium counter might have been a little too hard. But again, I think that had a lot to do with just the way the dice rolled, and with the fact that the action economy was more equalized compared to the Owlbear and the troll limb. But still, you can see how It's important to have that. Like, I feel like combat healing is a little more important now than it was in the previous, the 5.0 edition, because a lot of times healing isn't out of combat thing. But at the same time, though, like with an encounter like that, both Iran and Nihab really had to pull their weight with the healing, maybe even a little too much. I'm kind of debating how and to go about giving these guys magic items, because eventually, like, part of the combat level is like they're expecting is like, okay, like you're level 5, 6, like you might have at least one magic item. You might have healing potions, which I think for the next encounter I might start doling out healing potions. I'm going to look at like the recommendations in the book. I'm going to try and follow those. But at the same time, it's like I don't want the combat to just go on forever because I gave them 10 healing potions. Like in a combat like this, they would have not needed 10 healing potions. Like they really would have needed like maybe 2 or 3. But that is what it is. I will have to figure that out myself at another time. But until then, I hope you guys like this. I hope you guys, like watching me do this. It is interesting to see how the combat building has turned out. I think so far it's very good. Again, we're only at level 2, so I don't know if at level 20 these guys are just going to steamroll everything. But again, like I'm going to try and be building those encounters with that in mind. But we'll handle that next time. So next time we're going to see some subclasses getting doled out, and we're going to have some harder encounters. And I will see you then. Till then, do all the YouTube things, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and of course, keep doing what makes you awesome. Thank you very much, and goodbye.